Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this DIY upcycled flare sleeve feathered crop top. This is something you can do to an old turtleneck to extend the life of the garment. These are the materials needed: scissors, or you can use a rotary cutter. I chose to use this, and a mat. This is a chalk that we will be needing. You can use sewing chalk or regular chalk, either is fine. This is the feathers that we will need, and the feathers are going to be the trimming on the shirt. I got mine for Amazon for $8, I believe. I will put the link to this product, or you can find these at local craft stores. Next is a drafter's ruler. You can also use a regular ruler or any straight edge, but a ruler with numbers is best. This is going to be our red thread, and then we also gonna have some needles, but you can also choose whether you want to use a machine or hand sew. I'm going to leave links to do a straight stitch by hand and machine in the description. The last item we're going to need is a turtleneck, and we're going to begin to lay it out straight and flat. After we have it laid out, we're going to turn it inside out. When you're working with clothes and garments, you want to make sure that you're working inside out, because that's the side that you will be doing the sewing and cutting on. This is standard for any garment. Now what we want to do is flatten out our sleeve so that we can begin to make our markings for our cuts. We're going to use the ruler to create or to decide how long we want our flare sleeve to be. I chose mine to be 7 inches. So now we're going to mark on each side, the left and the right. After that, we're going to flip the ruler in the opposite direction, and we're going to create a straight line. This is going to be the line you will use to cut on. Either you can use the scissors, or you can use a rotary cutter and a mat like I did. Rotary cutter is just a little bit straighter and faster than scissors, but scissors work perfectly fine, and they're what I used to use before I got a rotary cutter. Once complete, you're going to complete the same exact thing on the opposite side. Once both of the sleeves are complete, we're going to do the same exact thing, but we're going to do this on the bodice or the main part of the shirt. And we're going to do this on the left, and we're going to do this on the right. Once again, making a line straight across that we will be cutting on. Taking the rectangular piece we just cut, we're going to fold it over, and we're going to cut along the fold. These two square pieces that we create will serve as the flare for the sleeves. For this portion, it's important to match up the seams, so look for the inner seam of the sleeve and the outer edge seam of the square piece that we cut. Align those two pieces, and then we're going to begin making chalk markings for the shape of the flare. So we're going to use our ruler, and we're going to create a diagonal type of shape, and this is going to create the flare look. First, we want to make one line with the chalk, and this line is going to be the line that we sew on. We're going to make a second line, which is going to be the line that we cut on. This is a standard procedure that you do in sewing. This is called creating the 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once both lines are created, you're going to cut it and then pin it, and then repeat this process with the other sleeve. Now that we have both sleeves, it's time to do some sewing. Here's where you need to decide if you're going to be using a machine or a hand sewing. Hand sewing, I will warn you guys, will be a little more tedious, but it's possible. Here I'm doing a straight stitch on my machine. You can definitely do this by hand. Like I said, I'm leaving in the description bar a how-to video for hand stitching a straight line. Now what we're going to do is attach the two pieces. Roll under the sleeve about 1/2 inch, and then we're going to align the tops of this flare piece, and we're going to begin to pin it in a circular motion. Pinning is going to help us let this sew seamlessly and with no hiccups, keeping the fabrics in place. Here we have the sleeve with pins, and now I'm going to just take it on my machine and sew this baby up. So now that that's done, I want to measure out how long the end of my sleeve is. This is going to be the length of the trimming for the feathers. We want to do this twice, one for one side and one for the other side, making a whole circumference of a sleeve. After creating that one piece, we're going to do 3 additional pieces in that same length. We're doing 3 because I want a total of 4, 2 for each sleeve. I'm doubling them up so that the feathers have a little bit more of a thickness and don't look so low budget. Okay, these are my 2 pieces. I went ahead and sewed them together off camera, and now I have 2 stacked pieces ready to be added to the end of the sleeves. We're going to go ahead and take some pins, pin this along. After pinning, we're going to take this to our machine, or we're going to do our hand sewing for this. Here are the pins, and we're ready to sew this bad boy up. Final step is going to just be taking a 1/2 inch of the hem and sewing that up, and we're done. Here is the final product. This is what it looks like with the feathers on the sleeve. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be trying this at home. Let me know what you guys thought, if it was easy, if it was hard. I'm very open to feedback, as I am going to be doing more DIY videos in the future. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.